Welcome to the newsroom for Between the Ashes, the Growing Silence here on Paladin Gaming. These are the starting headlines and editorials. There are three. We will read them. Khonsu II announces Refugee plan. Speaking from the Imperial Chamber in Aldebaran, the student Emperor Khonsu II personally announced an ambitious infrastructure plan across Imperial space. In 2335, the Shivan attack on Vasuda Prime left the Empire with a refugee crisis. By focusing on economic expansion in the Vasudan core systems, Khonsu claims his administration can provide both secure housing and employment to these people. Already, observers in Alpha Centauri report the construction of several new habitats, both spaceborne and planetary, with construction crews recruiting from the refugee population whenever possible. While Khonsu enjoys considerable popular support, critics have been quick to point out that the speed at which Khonsu has moved leaves little room for oversight. This is the 23rd of Khonsu's imperial decrees, more than his predecessor, Emperor Kehut, issued in any year of his reign. After ascending to the throne, Khonsu's primary objective was securing his own power, most famously by dissolving Parliament. He has also transformed Aldebaran from a provisional capital to a permanent one, dealing a heavy blow to traditionalist leaders who had made the restoration of the Vasudan homeworld into a political rallying cry. It seems that Khonsu feels comfortable enough with his centralized political authority to start using it directly. How he will do so, it seems, will reveal itself over the coming months. And Gulnara signs trade deal with the Parliamentary Vasudan Empire. Early this morning, representatives of the Antares Federation and the Parliamentary Vasudan Empire signed a joint trade deal together. The deal has several distinct elements, starting with the repeal of most GTA-era import tariffs along the Antares-Vasuda subspace corridor. It also renews and expands upon the special administrative status of Beta Cygni, which the Empire ceded to the Federation in exchange for economic consideration. In addition to the existing terms, it will now be easier for Imperial citizens to seek residence in Beta Cygni and vice versa. In what many are calling a sign of the new Emperor's pro-Terran stance, this section of the deal makes no mention of species. More concerning for the GTA is the Empire's stated willingness to act as a proxy buyer, purchasing technology from the GTA for resale to the Federation, which the GTA will not sell to them directly. The GTA has publicly criticized this agreement, calling it an end run around their sovereignty. So far, it seems this agreement encompasses only civic technology, with Triton bulk freighters and Hippocrates medical ships being specifically called out in the announcement. Nonetheless, the Federation's growing naval strength is concerning to many within the GTA, and the Allied Embassy in Aldebaran is reportedly holding closed-door talks about this issue. And editorials. Whatever became of Senator Hoshi? Is this Caleb-ian again? Hello everyone. Over the coming weeks, I'll be turning over my column to Haneku Yamada, a private investigator who has asked to remain anonymous. It's you, isn't it? Longtime readers may remember Mix Yamada from the cover-up on Capella 4's Second Moon and their role as the whistleblower in the AEX limited corruption scandal. This time around, they'll be taking on one of the biggest mysteries of recent history, the fates of Senators Hoshi and Jacobson. Just like last time, I'll work with Yamada to make sure anything they uncover stays that way. To start with, I've asked them to describe the start of their newest investigation. Ian, this is just a pseudonym for you because you're officially in the government now, isn't it? Of course it is. The official story, that Jacobson and Hoshi aligned themselves with pirates and got caught up in a power struggle, has never sat right with me. I've seen the recordings from Kraken Station, one gang of pirates trying to capture the Senator's ships, another trying to sanitize them, and I don't dispute them, but I've always suspected there's more to the story. I've recently been in contact with an ex-Navy gunner who witnessed the battle, who told me something very interesting. First, the first group used very unusual tactics for pirates, almost like they weren't familiar with their own fighters. Second, when Kraken Station's fighters tried to intervene, their tactics became less cutthroat, like they were trying to stop them without shooting them down. While one person's testimony isn't enough to prove anything, it was enough to get me thinking. What if there's some truth to this theory of a false flag operation? Who might be behind it, and how can I prove it? I've got some ideas and some contacts, and I'm going to see how far I can take this. Oh, God. So for those who remember my run of the BTA's first campaign, Slaves to Chaos, this is referencing an arc where we, the players, disguise ourselves as pirates in order to, the senators in question had in fact aligned themselves with pirates. So that's it for the newsroom. We'll see if we get busted. So this is bonus content for Between the Ashes here on Paladin Gaming, and this is Paladin Gaming signing off.